Welcome to a little Zoom call of Live Tough Girls.
Welcome, welcome.
I think it's been a couple of weeks since I seen you.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll see you next week though
you
for
will.
the good old the holidays.
Yeah, when are you coming?
I just talked to Ryder and he doesn't get off, I think, until Christmas Eve.
Oh,
So, yeah,
lovely.
yeah. I don't know what time he works at. I'll know more when he asks
Yes.
the question.
Gotcha.
So, there you go. Okay. Good to know.
Everybody, she's coming Christmas Eve, in case you wanted
Yes.
to know.
Here she comes. She's leaving. So it's been a while since we posted, and we took a break
Yeah.
because we got busy and other stuff. And so you started working on your masters. I think that came into play, right? You finished up your LFL season, and then went to work on your masters.
Yeah, I think I was doing that
I think you were doing, you were doing that in between. Yeah, you're that's right. You were because we moved you to Dallas, and I think you started online, right? A little bit, yeah. And then, yeah, I guess so. Is that whole thing?
Yeah, I remember I was in the RV trying to get internet so I could type my papers. And so I would go to Starbucks at the end of every week to turn in my papers for my master's work. So I remember
Yeah.
that was quite the experience of in my RV by myself, just like.
And when we talk about going back to the RV and moving to Dallas to do the LFL, I don't really think people understood that this was like a spur of the moment. Oh, she's going to, we knew you were going to go try out. We didn't know what the experience was going to be, but we were going to video it. We were going to do it and just see where that led you, because we didn't know anything about it other than watching it on YouTube and following it for the few, years up to that. We thought it was cool.
Yeah.
This could be you. And in fact, maybe by the time you turn 18, this could really be something.
Yeah.
It didn't end up being that, but, we did follow the story.
Right.
And how many people do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not very many.
No.
And so, and what we found out was a lot of cool things about the LFL, and we found some not so cool things too. But overall, the women in it were in it for the right reason. I thought overall, they were athletic, they were educated, they were looking for that next adventure, and so that was good. But with anything, there's politics, and the organization itself, the way it was being ran. And so there were some things that lots of people are okay with, but you and I's journey was different. And we weren't comfortable. I say it like I was playing, and I felt like I was because, I went to every game.
Yeah. The stylist behind.
I mean, I was. Yeah. So I thought, and not only that, I think what we didn't really talk about a lot was the fact that we were approached by 60 Minutes and in a development of a story, possibly. And so there were some good avenues of where did we want that story to go.
Yeah.
I think obviously most of the stories have not gone down a very nice trail about, women in football.
Yeah.
And so even though I trusted the reporter, I think ultimately was there a really good enough story that people would watch that and go, oh, I didn't know that, And so I always, for some reason, the other side of that, women in shorts, makes a better story than educated women looking for a hierarchy of sports, to move on to, was not as glamorous.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the truth.
Yeah. It's hard to beat that. It's hard to get around that. It's hard to see the other side.
It is. It's hard even while watching you do it, and even in your head, I think you still have to come off with, how do people respect me wearing short shorts as an athlete? It's the things you do, and to sell yourself, thinking, can I get to the next level with this? Is this going to change? And so for us, experiencing a few of those, I say it again, as us, because I'm your mama manager.
Yeah, that's right.
And oh yeah, and I'm always the most vocal of, what? No.
Yeah.
So, but I thought, your acceleration for, this season was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You were in the front of the camera. They loved you, and athletically, they loved you, and you had a great season. And, so there were definitely possibilities for you to move on. But the real story there is what were the possibilities? So I can continue to say I play in the LFL,
Were we hoping that this turns into something more? What was it?
Yeah, but
possible was it? Or were we just in hopes that everyone felt the way we felt and not what they saw on us?
Yeah. And I think overall, what you found was so many intelligent women that were educated, but did not know how to group together and move that. It's always in politics, how to get these women to go, hey, this isn't the way we want to be represented across the board. And had they done that, there was possibilities, but not having that voice of everybody being on board with that, because in the end, there seemed to be that slight little part of everybody going, I still don't want to lose this. Hey, I feel pretty sexy out here, right? That's the truth of it. I mean, even today, I feel that same way. I want to be a strong woman, but I want people to say, hey, she's an attractive, strong woman. She's still got some feminine qualities. And so we juggle that as women.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's for years and years, which before I even started playing football, I never knew that there had been leagues all over the states of women playing football, tackle football in full uniform. But again, it's not glamorous. It's not, no one was like, can you tell they're women? Right? Yeah. You don't have this glamorous part that these other leagues have, which was appealing.
It was appealing.
Sexy, and you got to be in both worlds. You got to be a woman and tough and athletic.
I thought that was part of Live Tough. I thought it was part of being feminine, but yet finding our spot of still keeping and addressing that we're women, but we're strong women. And we still want to do other things. And so, whether we like that or not, or you like whoever doesn't or doesn't like that, because if you were to say that to another league who comes out in full tackle, they thought y'all were pretty, like, they're not doing the same thing we're doing.
So there's battling our own.
Yeah.
We were battling the men who were like, you can't do this. Be sexy, and then we battled the women who are like, you can't do this, you're being too sexy, so it was an internal struggle.
It is. It's just but it was, I enjoyed it. I mean, the level of competition was real. The hitting was real. The practices were real. So if people weren't seeing those things we tried to show, if you followed us, I mean, all of those things were real. There was a lot of real athleticism, and those things were real. People were really hitting each other with very little padding on, and so those things were real. So so that it was an interesting. I'm glad you did it, because you wouldn't have known had you not done it.
Right. No,
and you were, whether people want to identify that or not, you were a part of something.
Mm-hmm.
And will it succeed down the road? I don't know. Women's sports in general struggles. Because they don't support it. Women don't support it, because if you were to go to those games, it wasn't women supporting it, it was men supporting it.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing. Women will go out and support other men's sports, but we won't go out and support women the same way. And so it's a dynamic. I don't know how you get around it.
Yeah.
So,
but on the outside, I got to travel to places I've never been and play in an arena and you know,
yeah,
do these things that
yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, we met a lot of people, and then let's not forget we got an offer from that show, me and you, to do the show, which we said no to, and people wouldn't realize that either. Is that I think you and I talked from the beginning. Some of our goals were maybe to try to take the league to a higher level for being the sport, as in representing it better, you know. And so I thought with 60 Minutes and that opportunity, maybe that was an opportunity, and it didn't pan out again because nobody's interested in that side of it.
Yeah.
They're just short shorts, booty calling, that's all good. But the other side, no, not a good story. But so we did, to me, we were successful in that they did attempt, and they talked to me twice about that story. So I felt good about that. We didn't make it the whole way, but you know, I sat down and, you know, we did have an opportunity. So we were noticed.
Yes.
That's nice. So second, we got a cat call from a show, and
the daughter show. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that was hilarious. Yeah, it was a trash show, and I'm sure plenty of people watch it and use it as a gateway for something. But again, you and I laughed and said, Lord, no.
That's off, because we would have been like,
no, we're not doing that. Yeah. I think if people that know us think there is a crazy dynamic, because we do a lot of things, right? We do. But I think the people that really know us will also say that we try to stay at a level that is proper, and representation is everything. You know, it's one thing to be crazy, crazy fun, and you know, want to go out and experience life, but I don't want to do things just to act like I'm crazy or for ratings or that kind of thing. Yeah. And that was just not who we were. We're actually not a battling or dueling mother-daughter thing. So, but I mean, we have.
That's where those videos came from. If you go back and watch some of our older videos, which are terrible shooting, you may not watch them all because they're a little wobbly.
Yeah, they're terrible.
They're pretty bad. And if I could go back and we could redo all that, that would be amazing. But there are great moments in all those little videos of us bodybuilding together and the football and the RVing. So, but
yeah, but I think it was a true experience of, you know, what we, you know, do every day in our lives is go ahead and push ourselves to do some, you know, if we were to go bodybuilding, let's do that. Yeah, we could do that. And if we could RV and do it, that would be even funner. And so the ability to go out and buy an RV and never have driven one, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
Never. And we like to put that on our little stack, because I made you learn how to drive it, and that was hilarious.
Yeah. In Dallas traffic, I'm just in this huge thing, shaken to death.
Yeah. That was, it's crazy. And then the first time we drove it was to that Galveston meet, and it rained like in a downpour. Mm-hmm. And we had the dogs, and we had to pull over because it was we couldn't even see.
Yeah.
There was so much rain.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I think that was one of your questions for me too, wasn't it? Do I still have the RV?
Yeah. I thought you should update on your RV
experience. Yes. Yeah. I'm still have the RV. I have not used it as much, obviously because of COVID, but I did use it this year. I went to New Mexico, so I still have it, and not using it as much as I would like to, but you know, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Not, at any moment, I'll go get in that RV though.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Now, did you finish college?
I did.
And what did you end up with?
Yeah. So after the master's, while I was in those past videos, football, I finished, and I have a master's in clinical mental health counseling. And so I'm an athlete therapist.
Oh, imagine that.
So
there's not very many of those, is there?
There's not.
Okay.
There, and I think there's a confusion between a sports psychologist and a therapist, and I'm somewhere in the middle of both of those things. And I'm a therapist who specializes in athletes.
How fun is that?
Yeah, and I work in a pretty cool practice in Houston, and the practice has worked with some of the best athletes and teams in the world. And so
Yeah. That's pretty exciting.
Kind of, I feel like a full fold of our life in
yes.
what I get to do now. And me and you both have all these life experiences that I can relate with so many athletes.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. And in fact, we'll probably you'll have to put that, I think, on a link somewhere too, about people linking to your YouTube channel. That you've begun. And she and I are going to do a few things that link about our experience going through athletics when she was young all the way until later on. Some good, some bad. Not, always bad for the mother, because, we're guiding it. Yeah. So we always think it's so much worse for us.
But that's what I'm doing.
That's pretty.
What are you up to?
What am I doing? Okay. Well, I don't know if we ever discussed what I did, but, I own a heating and cooling company with a partner. So that's my main gig. And then we do small business development on the side, meaning that some of that is building small businesses and running them and then selling them. Or I love to buy property and build it and sell it. So I'm still kind of, so the last 5 years I did a salon with Cindy, and that was fun, and still do a little bit of that on the side, just as my fun gig. And then during COVID, I got into the stock market, and wow. So I've been some day trading. So yeah, like I told you today, I'll make a little jig and go woohoo. So that was fun, to do. So and containers. I'm doing containers. Let's not forget that. That's my big. Yeah. So I'm building some container homes and building myself a container home in New Mexico. But I got into tiny living, and so I'm kind of into, as always, if you know me, and you do.
I do.
You do. That's how that's how come you get all this stuff, Courtney, because I drag you.
Yeah.
Yeah, drag you along. So there you go. So that's, where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
Some remodeling, some light prepping. I'll be doing some stuff on that. And I think finally, maybe we should just talk about what we plan to do with Live Tough Girls now. Because that has been a discussion of not letting Live Tough go. And so we've started an online kind of company with that, with some shirts. We're not where we want to be with that. We're learning with our Live Tough tees. It's up and coming. It's up. We need to work some more. I mean, again, you have to find minutes in the day, don't you? So, but we do it all. So what do you want to do with Live Tough Girls?
Yeah, I think, we've always had a plan for it.
Yes.
been there, and with our videos you can look at, it's been fun and experiences, and I think that's always a part of what we do, will always be a part of what we do. And I think for us now, it's this talking about things.
Yes.
And talking about things that I know, that and experiences. I think we shot a lot of experiences, but talking about them.
Yes.
And whether it's health, mental health, container, business, I think us combined have a lot of.
I think there's a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things that we talk about, whatever, I always think of my life as the pond that I lived in. And so, people, it's true. Are you a big fish in a big pond, or where are you at? But I also decided that we make kind of our own ponds and our own fish bowls. And so I think part of Live Tough has been about experiencing so many people that never got out of their bowl. And so helping to educate them or teach them things that we've done, or, and shortcuts and things that they probably wouldn't know to do or have done. And so I think there's some great knowledge with that, because if you don't get out of your bowl and you don't want to watch a video or, a long video of something, have found that I'm the shortcut girl. And so, so I think there's a lot of good knowledge out there about what, different things. But, obviously there's politics and just everything that's been going on, so.
Yeah, politics, COVID,
Wow.
Our health and mental health.
Yeah, this year has been a wow year. So there's a lot to talk about. Still small videos to shoot of things, we're still athletic. We're still, doing a lot of different things and plan to video that. But there's a lot of good discussion, I think, too, for, for people. So in general to, discuss. So we'll just see who wants to follow.
Yeah.
It's up to you. We don't care.
No,
obviously. We haven't posted a lot, have we?
Yeah. And if you're following through our old videos, then bless your heart.
Yes. So we'll just keep posting some, as always, I think I'm definitely the more crazy one of us. And I see that. Yeah. So, I continue to be embarking on silliness, as I love to do, but there's a lot of good conversation to be had about it all. So that's what we are going to try to share, I hope. Yeah. So, all right. So I'll let you, get going.
Yeah.
And unless there's something else you want to talk about. Not on this video, probably.
Yeah, probably not on this video.
Yeah, we probably extended that whole thing.
Probably just kind of, ran through.
Yeah, we shot our wad right there. Just, okay.
That's it for the month.
Because I'm going to do something tonight.
How are you?
I'm motivated.
Okay.
You'll just have to wait and see, Courtney.
Yeah.
So, see ya.
Bye.
So, bye. So, let's just let everybody know to keep following us and keep checking us out, and let us know what you want to talk about. Maybe there's something you want to know. And here's Courtney in the old mental health industry, So, all right. It's good talking to you, Court. I'll probably talk to you here in a little bit again. Probably. All right. See you later.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.